What is up, everyone? So welcome to this week's NQ Trading Recap. I had quite a decent week, so let's start with Tuesday because Monday was a bank holiday and I was out of town. So with Tuesday, I took, unfortunately, two back-to-back losses. So let's see what happened. So New York opens, we got a huge dump. Immediately came down to previous day's equilibrium, which is just the midpoint, and we formed an SMT with ES here. ES failed to take this low, NQ did, but before that, the mistake I made with this first trade was I didn't wait for a better um, a better point of interest, I guess you could say. Here, if I pull it up from Discord, we had here, we kind of came into this fair value gap front and took out Friday's low from last week. So that's kind of why I entered first. But yeah, we got a 3-minute inversion. So I decided to long here and target this unfilled 15-minute fair value gap that we left behind up here. These tend to be great targets, so we had that. This would have been my break-even point / TP1, but yeah, we just basically ended up just nuking through again, putting in this SMT. And so I still was really confident in this trade because I figured this 15-minute would get filled and maybe this other one, right? But even if I got the first take profit, that would still be a valid trade if I got a 1-to-1 there. So I went for the long again once I saw we put in this SMT. We got this 4-minute inversion here. And my issue was my stop loss was a little too tight. I put it at the close of this candle there, and it came in and swept me out by the tick, which is just kind of unlucky. It happens. I honestly, looking back, probably still wouldn't move my stop down here, maybe to the midpoint of the wick, but I thought that was a good stop loss zone, even though we got stopped out there. So, I mean, nothing you can do. It's easy to look in hindsight and say, oh, this stop loss should have been down here, but honestly, like, the risk was pretty good there. And yeah, but as you can see, the trade would have played out to at least this take profit level here and this high up here. So it would have been break even. I would have taken profit up here. So that definitely would have played out and then would have stopped me break even like somewhere over here. But that's okay. You know, it happens. So that was Tuesday. Let's move on to Wednesday. I think, yeah, there was quite a few trades on Wednesday as well. So we kind of just go there. All right. So we hop into the 1 minute. So coming into Wednesday, we had this fair value gap above, and we had an inversion below here. Zoom in. So it's this trade that I'm talking about first. So came in, swept down. We put in this 2-minute inversion and retested this fair value gap. So I shorted. I was going for previous day low, which is this white line down here, previous day low. And we got this break even level, and then I took profit here at the 1-to-1. So 1-to-1 RR, I took my first profit, and then I got stop break even on the rest. And as you can see, we would have got front run on the previous day low, but you know, definitely would have gotten a second take profit, but it is what it is. That was the first trade. Going into here, I was pretty confident that we would still take out that previous day low because we were basically bouncing from nowhere, but sometimes price does that. So I had been break even on this trade, so I was looking for just another quick scalp to get down to previous day low. I was pretty confident in that and that it was going to happen. So we had this 1-minute inversion here, but my mistake in this trade was we inversed this here, and I think there was a 2-minute. as well. Yeah, so we had a 2-minute inversion there as well that I didn't even notice for some reason. So I took this 1-minute bearish inversion to previous day low, although we had a bullish 2-minute inversion, which is it just outweighs the 1-minute inversion. But yeah, honestly, bad trade. I shouldn't have taken that. It was probably like a C setup, but it happens. Definitely journaled that one. So yeah, that was that one. And then we had this one here. This one was a win. We had this 5-minute inversion, kind of back-to-back trades. So I quickly just switched my bias because this obviously had put in the low, and ES was moving up as well. So I was switching my bias because we had this 5-minute unfilled fair value gap up here, and that seemed like the draw on liquidity. It looked like it was starting to build a buy model here, and we had this low resistance liquidity here. So off this 5-minute inversion, I longed, targeted this 5 minutes, but I got my first take profit level here. Took it at about 1.3 R. I remember doing that after the break even. I was like, I shouldn't be greedy. So took profit here. Came all the way back down, stopped the rest of my position break even, and then it decided to go and take out the 5-minute, which is all right. I mean, it would have taken a lot longer to get to that target. So, but nevertheless, I was right about the trade, but I did get stop break even, which, you know, it happens. But yeah, overall, came out in profit that day. Just took this 1 loss, but 2 wins, which were way more than enough to cover that loss. So that was Wednesday. Let's go to Thursday. Let's go to the 15-minute. So we had a lot of action down here. Yep. So I'll let this fill in. All right. So that was Friday. This is Thursday's trade. Yep. So Thursday's trade, which was yesterday, we came into a TR pocket along with a 4-hour fair value gap inside a daily fair value gap. So there was a lot of confluence at this level, and I was just waiting for confirmation. So we came up, inversed some of these 1 minutes, but I wasn't taking this trade because we had way too many fair value gaps above us at this point. And I don't like taking trades like that because there's way too much resistance that's built up. So when price comes in this leg and takes out these fair value gaps here, and then comes down here, refills this fair value gap here. Okay, let me turn off the magnet. When price comes in and refills this fair value gap, and then inverses here on the 1 minute again, then that's my confirmation because there's less resistance. There's a clear 5-minute unfilled fair value gap here that I was targeting. So came in, basically touched the midpoint, but I fully closed at the equilibrium of this range because we got this huge nuke. So I just pulled the range from this high to this low and closed at the equilibrium here inside this 5-minute fair value gap. So yeah, that was pretty good. Got 60 points, and then I just walked away for the day. I was looking at a trade here, possibly a short to take out these low resistance liquidity levels, but we just never got a confirmation. So, and as you can see, it never happened until today, Friday. So that was that trade. I could have re-entered here, or there were more long setups here, but I had already taken my setup and I didn't see anything as good as the first setup. And if I don't see anything as good as the first trade I took, and I took a winning trade, then I don't see any reason for me to expose myself to the market again. So yeah, that was Thursday. Let's go on to today, which is Friday. We got a huge nuke Was not expecting that. There was a ton of levels below that we could have bounced off of, but we just haven't. We just keep moving down. What is this, like 800? No, there's only almost 500 points. Still huge, like 2.5% down on the day. So New York Open, we get a continuation to the downside very aggressively, very quickly. We filled a lot of fair value gaps on the way down. We had news. It was just orange folder news, but we did get some volatility there. We put in a data low here, data high, immediately got swept. There was a short that was here, but I didn't like it because we had, let me go to the data low. Where is it? Yep. So we had this 5-minute fair value gap here, very small, but we front ran it by a little bit. If we had tapped into this 5-minute fair value gap, I would have shorted, done something like this, and targeted the data low. Obviously, whoa, not like that. Probably put my stop at the midpoint of this wick or something like that and targeted that. So that would have been a pretty solid trade, but we didn't even touch the 5-minute. So it just kind of didn't even touch a key level that I was looking for. So faded that short, but this whole move down, there wasn't really much. You could see it's just kind of chopping down through here. And then we touched, I think it was previous day low. Yep. So previous day low there. We took out equal lows here, and these equal lows were from like days ago. So here, I could just delete that. But yeah, we had these equal lows. Price came down, nuked through it completely, took that out, took out previous day low. Okay, that's amazing. So I was waiting for a inversion. Here we kind of closed above, and we put in a 2-minute inversion here. Yeah, so we had this 2-minute inversion here, and we had this unfilled 15-minute right above. So yeah, I was going to target this 5-minute, but as you can see, we got the 15-minute completely wicked down, got a doji out of it, and then it just stopped me break even down here. So yeah, still not a bad trade. Pretty solid. It was A+, honestly. Like, it was just so obvious. Some of these trades, like, you just have to wait and let the market just show you. Just say, hey, this trade is free. It is so obvious sometimes. And this was one of those trades. And after that, the market just kept moving down. We swept these highs right here, these internal highs, and just kept moving lower. And there's this liquidity point that I was watching all the way down here, but we just haven't tapped it yet. But it just hasn't been a great day to trade apart from that one setup. So I was happy just to end the week with a win, and that was it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys got some nice wins this week as well, and I'll see you guys on the next one. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. But yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.